Test 1, 2, 3.
Good morning, everyone. We're delighted that you're here. My name is Matt Minkovich, and I have the privilege of serving as the executive director of the Road Home. On behalf of my team, 50 of whom are in a training right now on trauma-informed care, one of the best practices for dealing with people who are on our streets and severely distressed, and we're learning new strategies all the time. On behalf of the 1,300 people who were in shelter last night, on behalf of the 1,700 people who are in housing through Road Home programming, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank all of our partners who are here today. I want to thank the media for being here and drawing attention to this very important opportunity to help work collectively to address these issues that people in our community are facing. With that, I would like to turn the time over to our beloved partner, Pamela Atkinson, who really needs no introduction, but has decades of thoughtful, brilliant service to people in need. And so it is my honor to turn the time over to Pamela Atkinson.
Thank you, Matt. This is always an exciting event for me. It gives me a chance to feel extra gratitude for the people with whom I have the wonderful pleasure of working. Looking over the years, I've made so many friends as being part of the team working to help people who are homeless. And the governor and I we were talking in the car coming down and talking about the multiplicity of problems that so many people have who become homeless, the many, many causes of homelessness, how everybody is an individual. And that's what I think we've all tried to do, is to treat and approach every homeless person as a unique individual who has a unique story to tell. We may have heard parts of that story many times before, but for that person, it is very unique. Coming out of church on Sunday, right across the road from my Presbyterian church, is the Catholic diocese. They have the Good Sam program. And I found half a dozen of my homeless friends there. And thanks to the generosity of people, I was able to give them blankets, ponchos, socks and gloves from the trunk of my car. That is what the team is all about. I was able to tell them about the rain coming down because I work with a meteorologist. So they said, well, Sunday, it was sunny. They didn't need a poncho. And I said, but look what's coming. Being part of the team, and to use one of the governor's acronyms, TEAM, that together everyone achieves more. And when I look at what has been achieved by Palmer Court, it is astounding. When I come into the lobby to meet Kelly or anybody with something for one of the families, I feel like it's Old Home Week. And people come up and give me hugs. And these are families, these are individuals who have made it with the help of the incredible staff here at Palmer Court. Everybody here feels valued, and when I talk with many of my formerly homeless friends here, their self-esteem has increased. They feel that they have made progress since they first came in here, and they feel valued by the staff. So kudos, Matt, to the staff of the Road Home, the Palmer Court, who have changed people's lives here. I have been blessed by the work I've been doing and the people with whom I've been working and the people with whom I will continue to work, because I think together we are, and we will continue to make a difference and help people change their lives. An important part of that team is our great governor, Governor Herbert. It's been my pleasure to work with him for many years, and this is a man who cares deeply, and he knows how important it is that each and every homeless person gets their needs addressed, and he is helping to lead the charge against ending homelessness. Many of you may not know, but all of the Protestant churches in Salt Lake City had a prayer in their church on Sunday for ending childhood homelessness, working together. And that's been one of the governor's priorities, is the childhood homelessness. And how can that be ended? And how can we help the parents of those children who have been living in their cars, living on the streets? How can we end that homelessness together? The governor has given his full support to helping solve these problems. He's a deeply caring man. It's been my privilege and honor to work with him over the past 9-10 years. I've forgotten how long it is. It's been such a pleasure. And to see how much he cares and works with other people to make things happen so that you can do the work that you do here so well. I have the distinct pleasure of asking the Honourable Gary Herbert to say a few words. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Pamela, for that more than generous introduction. And I'm honored to be here with all of you as we talk about an issue that we all care about. This is not just the governor. This is not just Pamela. This is something we all recognize as a challenge that we face in our community, I'm sure in communities across this great land and around the world, those who are without shelter, those who are homeless. I've referred to Pamela as our Mother Teresa of Utah, and she certainly fits that in every description. Somewhat our conscience, someone who tries to encourage us to find the better angels of our nature and do what we can do to help our fellow man. But I'd like to refer to her as the John Stockton of Utah. You know, John Stockton, as an old basketball player, I always had great admiration for his ability to make all those who were around him better. The all-time assist leader in the NBA, certainly was not only able to score, but help other people score. And that's what Pamela is. She is really the all-time assist leader here in Utah. She helps us all be a little bit better, help us to score in our respective responsibilities, and helps tee it up so that we can, in fact, complete the shot. So it's nice to be with John Stockton Atkinson here today, and as she helps us all become a little bit better. Now, as we talk about homelessness, you know, I think we all have empathy and an understanding of the challenge out there. But for many people of Utah, it's just kind of a faceless, nameless population out there. We sometimes drive by a street and see people out there on the corner and know, well, there's some homeless people out there. Too bad for them. But we need to, in fact, not just say we have empathy. We need to actually do something. And the Pamela Atkinson Homeless Trust Fund is a way we can actually help people and actually do something. It doesn't really take a whole lot of effort. We'll show you how. I think we've got the tax return form here, and we'll show you how to do that. But a concern I have is that our homelessness grew this past year by about 7%. We've had a downward trend. We've had some great things. Chronic homelessness we've been able to minimize, but still people for a variety of reasons are without shelter, without a home, and we need to do our part to get them off the streets. Again, to see a growth rate of 7% is something that's not acceptable, and the biggest part of that is families. And so with families come children, and of course we understand that if we're going to have an ability to have our young people grow up to become productive citizens, they've got to be in school, they've got to be off the streets, they'll be able to be taught good values and get a good education so they can in fact be productive members of society. It's pretty hard to do that if you're homeless. So I appreciate all those who are providing such great service to help people who need a helping hand. And as I've said before, all of us, no matter what your station in life is today, I expect you can go back and find times when you've needed a helping hand. Somebody has reached out and lifted you up. And I appreciate that's what's really great about Utah is we have people who are willing to give a helping hand and help people improve their lives. I want to thank particularly the Road Home, Catholic Community Services, the 4th Street Clinic, VOA, the YWCA, Lantern House, Switchpoint, many more out there that are contributing so many significant ways to help. And we just need to do more. All told, we're servicing about 13,000 homeless people per year. And we need to do what we can. I expect this will be an ongoing challenge. I don't think it's going to be eradicated anytime soon, but we can certainly make it better. And the help that we can all give is important, and we need to realize that it's a chance for us to step up and really a way to say thank you. As Pamela say to us, it's a way to thank God for our own blessings by reaching out and helping somebody else who needs a little bit of an assistance. So an assist from us will be a great thing for them, and we'll follow Pamela's example by being John Stocktons in our own lives and with our own opportunities. Let me just mention that as we talk about this solution, that the donations to the Pamela Atkinson Homeless Trust Fund go directly to these organizations I've talked about and others. It's going to help individuals and families get back on their feet. We have 30 different organizations from St. George to Logan and everywhere in between that are participating in this. And so the more money we have, the more benefit and more help we can give. It supports emergency shelters, housing that needs to happen, soup kitchens, day centers. It'll help us with case management. Again, people need some direction and some help in life, some counseling. They will follow the counseling if they get some, and that will help them get back on their feet. And so there's opportunities. So the call to action is for all of us. It's pretty simple. Again, we are coming up on tax day, or April 15th. It's time for us to start filling out our tax forms. And thanks to the wisdom of the legislature and the leadership of Pamela, we do have a place where you can check off on the form here. And section 03, as I recall, or 02 rather, code 02. And you can specify the amount of the donation. We're challenging everybody in Utah when you fill out your forms to just give $3. If everybody would give $3 on their tax returns, it would amount to a significant amount of money. We could make a big dent in the homeless problem that we have here in the state of Utah and help families, and particularly our young people, children, get off the streets and get into a better environment to help them get their lives turned around. So $3 is not too much to ask. We also have an online opportunity called TC40 contributions, where you can go online and do the same thing. So we all should be pledging $3 today. For many of us, you can do 10 times that much and give $30. You know, that's just kind of a trip to Wendy's with your family, and maybe not even a whole family. You know, 3 or 4 hamburgers, out of your life, but where you could help a family get back on their feet, it's not much to sacrifice. So let's all work together to see what we can do to help the homelessness issue get better and improve the lives of individuals and families by donating to our assist leader, Pamela Atkinson's Homeless Trust Fund. Thank you. Okay, right here you see it's part 4 of the income tax return. And this is code here, so we're putting money here. These are all other good things too, but this is the one we're concerned about right here. 02, Pamela Atkinson. So put in the code here. You ought to put in at least $3. We're going to put in $30. And so if everybody does that, we can actually make a significant dent in the homelessness problem we have here in the state, throughout the state, not just here in Salt Lake Valley. Thank you. Where's Matt? Matt over here. That's Mike's little brother. Matt doing such a great job at Road Home. So many organizations doing a lot. So let's all pitch in and help them out. And give $30 is my recommendation.
Thank you, Governor. Just to let people know, we don't have a cap on the amount that's given. People can add as many zeros as they want. I did hear of somebody last year who actually decided they would give $100, but they ended up at $1,000, and when it was brought to their attention, they said, let's just leave it. So, but if everybody, as the governor said, gave $3, we'd have several $1 million for this fund that would go for affordable housing, the emergency needs that people have in the case management. Everything that people need to take those steps out of homelessness can be done with everybody doing $3. And I believe for the first year we have been able to check with IRS and know that whatever we contribute can be tax deductible. Jonathan?
Yes, consult your tax advisor, but yes.
But the IRS will accept a different way the letter was written, and we found this out because we made a contribution to the Department of Workforce Services for refugees, and with the correct letter, the correct wording, we found out it was tax deductible. So, but check in with your tax advisor.
That sounds like your English teacher too. It's not your wording.
So we really appreciate you doing this, Governor. I mean, so
thanks for all you do. I know we have a lot of supporters here, and we need to spread that love out there to the neighborhoods across the great state of Utah. You get everybody to join together. And with everybody doing a little, we actually get a lot. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Two quick housekeeping notes. One, the governor will be heading over to the west side of Palmer Court, where he'll be visiting with a couple of our tenants, and you're welcome to join the governor. We also have staff on site that will be able to answer some of the questions that you might have, so we would welcome you and encourage you to go over there. Also, the state has provided us a great little placard, and if you want to promote this event via your Facebook or social media, you can stand by the placard, have a picture or photo taken, and distribute that. So with that, I'd like to conclude today's formal event and thank all of you once again for drawing attention to this very important issue and opportunity. Take care.